Hi there, you're watching Market Cafe on ET Now with me, Shreyanshi Singh, and over the next few minutes, I'll get you news and updates from within the country as well as across the globe. Also tell you which stocks you should be keeping on your radar as well. And speaking of stocks then, let's take a look at the handover coming in from the Wall Street. Stocks kicked off January with a choppy trading session with investors taking some profits. In some notable 2024 gainers, the likes of Apple and Tesla are the ones that I'm talking about. And the Dow as well ended the day lower by more than 150 points, or about 0.4%. When you take a look at the S&P 500 as well as the Nasdaq Composite, you're taking a look at a slide of 0.2% each coming in for both of those two benchmarks as well. And in fact, all three benchmarks were higher earlier in the day, with the Dow having gained more than 300 points at one point but fell back as the session progressed. So that largely is the kind of handover that you're looking at least on a daily basis. But stocks are on pace to close out the week with losses. So when you take a look at the losses coming in or the week-to-date move coming in fact, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is the one that is lower by 1.4%. There you have it on your screens as well. The S&P 500 is lower by 1.7%. Nasdaq Composite as well on a week-to-date basis lower by 2.2%. Now, it was a Santa Claus rally in which stocks gain in the final 5 trading days of 1 year and first 2 days of the next that also failed to materialize. So that is an important trigger that we were looking at. Did not really pan out as expected, but the key event to watch out for now at this point is Trump getting keys to the Oval Office, and that is definitely something that we're watching out, at least when it comes to the Wall Street. But with that, let's get you a very quick check going on what oil prices then did, because when you take a look at oil prices, they rose about 2% as investors returned for the first trading day of the new year with an optimistic eye on China's economy. Now, this is something that we've been talking about for a very long time, Beijing's economy, and any clues when it comes to demand as well, that is something that we've been talking about. But when you take a look at the price moves then coming in for Brent crude futures, you're looking at an uptick of 2% coming in to around $76 a barrel. Those are the kind of levels that you're looking at. So just managed to break out of that range that we've been seeing largely a little bit, at least for Brent. When you take a look at US WTI as well, you're taking a look at a climb of just about 2.3%, $73 per barrel is where that one was at. So good start to the new year in terms of breaking out of that range-bound trade that we've been seeing coming in for oil prices since the month of October as well. Now, key to watch out for US manufacturing data and any clues then on Chinese demand. You also have Baker Hughes oil rig count. That is also something that we'll be watching out for, but that largely is the kind of handover that you have, at least when it comes to oil prices. That being said, let's get you a quick check going on gold as well, because gold is the one that hit a more than 2-week high, fueled by safe haven buying, while the market also took out positions ahead of the Federal Reserve's rate outlook and President-elect Donald Trump's looming trade tariffs. Now, that is something that we're looking at even when it comes to gold. And when you take a look at price levels, then spot gold rose 1.2%, $2,650 thereabout an ounce is the kind of level that you're looking at. In fact, it hit its highest since December 16th as well coming in. So great start. Bullion managed to sparkle at the beginning of the year as well, and it does thrive in low interest rate environments. In terms of the key triggers, for last year, you do have rate cuts. Other than that, there was central bank buying, geopolitical tensions that helped bullion end the year with 27% gains thereabout, which is the highest annual gain coming in since 2010. So that is the handover, and those are the kind of gains that bullion is really building this particular move over. But that being said, let's get you a quick check going then on cryptocurrencies, because they rose to start the year as well, rebounding from recent losses as investor optimism then returned to the market. So when you take a look at the price of Bitcoin, you're looking at a 3% uptick coming in for Bitcoin as well, bringing its new year gain to nearly 4% when counting trading from the Jan 1st session. So another asset class that will keep a close eye on Trump's takeover as well. But with that being said, speaking of Donald Trump's takeover, then the greenback also saw some strength coming in, with investors also gearing up for the said takeover. When you take a look at the US dollar, that index also hit its highest level for more than 2 years as the new trading year kicked off. Now, talk about a good start to the new year for the dollar, but can't say the same for sterling, euro and yen as well, because you did have the sterling as well as the euro tumble as well. And other than that, there was a yen that was near that 5-month low. Yuan also languishing near at those 14-month lows thereabouts. So all in all, good start to the new year for oil, Gold, crypto, dollar can't say the same about Wall Street.